Have you ever dreamt of wandering through sunny squares with the smell of fresh pastries in the air? Maybe sipping port wine under a golden sky, or walking along beaches with turquoise water? Well, darlings, pinch yourselves because we're about to go on a fabulous adventure to Portugal, a country full of charm, history, and so much beauty it will make your head spin. From the cobbled streets of Lisbon to the dramatic cliffs of the Algarve, we'll uncover the hidden gems and famous sights that make Portugal so very irresistible. So grab a glass of Vinho Verde, sit back, and get ready to be swept away by the magic of Portugal. Oh, Lisbon. Just saying the name makes you think of vintage trams going up hills, pastel-colored buildings with beautiful tiles, and the sad sounds of fado music coming from dimly lit bars. Our first stop has to be the famous Tram 28, darlings. Hop on board and get ready to be taken back in time as you slowly rumble through the narrow streets of the Alfama district, Lisbon's oldest and most charming neighborhood. Don't forget your camera because everywhere you look you'll find picture-perfect scenes, from grand plazas to hidden courtyards full of flowers. And speaking of amazing views, a trip to the Castelo de São Jorge is a must. Sitting on top of the highest hill in Lisbon, this ancient Moorish castle has panoramic views that will take your breath away. Treat yourself to a plate of pastéis de nata, those delicious little custard tarts with cinnamon, or enjoy the freshest seafood at one of the many restaurants along the Tagus River. Lisbon, my dears, is a real treat for the senses. From the lively capital, we travel north to Porto, a city full of history and famous for its special drink port wine. Nestled on the banks of the Douro River, Porto is a captivating mix of old-world charm and modern style. Get ready to be enchanted by its winding streets, colourful buildings decorated with traditional azulejos, tiles, and the smell of freshly baked bread coming from its many bakeries. Our first stop has to be the Ribeira district, a UNESCO World Heritage Site in the heart of Porto. Here you can wander through a maze of narrow lanes full of cafes, restaurants and shops, selling everything from handmade souvenirs to exquisite local wines. And speaking of wine, no trip to Porto would be complete without a visit to one of the many port wine cellars across the river in Vila Nova de Gaia. Take a tour, learn about the fascinating history and how this fortified wine is made, and of course enjoy a taste or two. For a truly magical experience, hop aboard a traditional Rebelo boat and cruise along the Douro River. The views of the city's skyline with its bridges over the river and colourful houses on the hillsides are simply unforgettable. Porto, my dears, is a city that you will remember long after you've said goodbye, a place where history, culture and good living come together in the most delightful way. Next, we're off to the Algarve, darlings. Picture this: golden beaches as far as you can see, dramatic cliffs dropping into turquoise water, and hidden coves just waiting to be explored. Sounds divine, doesn't it? The Algarve is the southernmost part of Portugal and a true paradise for sun-seekers and adventurers. Whether you're after relaxing days on the beach, exciting water sports, or exploring charming coastal towns, the Algarve has something for everyone. For those who like their beaches with a touch of luxury, head to Vila Moura. This chic resort town boasts a glamorous marina, world-class golf courses, and some of the most exclusive beach clubs in the Algarve. If you're feeling adventurous, why not try surfing in Sagres? This wild and rugged headland is known for its consistent waves and laid-back surfer vibe. And for those looking for a more secluded escape, the beaches around Lagos are simply breathtaking. Think towering cliffs, hidden coves only reachable by boat, and crystal-clear waters full of marine life. Speaking of Lagos, this charming town is well worth a visit on its own. Get lost in its maze of cobbled streets, soak up the lively atmosphere at the marina, and be sure to try the local speciality, cataplana, a delicious seafood stew cooked and served in a copper pot. The Algarve, my dears, is a place to relax, recharge, and soak up the beauty of the Portuguese coast. Get ready to be enchanted, darlings, as we journey to Sintra, a town that seems like it's straight out of a fairy tale. Nestled among the lush hills of Serra de Sintra, This magical place is a wonderland of whimsical palaces, enchanting gardens, and mysterious forests. Our first stop has to be the iconic Pena Palace, a riot of colour perched atop the highest peak in Sintra. This whimsical palace, with its vibrant colours, mixed architectural styles, and breathtaking views, is like something out of a child's imagination. Next, we'll delve into the mysterious world of Quinta de Regalera. This enigmatic estate, with its secret tunnels, hidden grottos, and symbolic gardens, is shrouded in Masonic mystery and will leave you feeling like you've stepped into a Dan Brown novel. For a more peaceful experience, head to the Moorish castle. This ancient fortress, dating back to the 8th century, offers stunning panoramic views of Sintra and the surrounding countryside. Sintra, my dears, is a place where reality and fantasy come together. Our final adventure takes us to Madeira, a Portuguese island jewel floating in the Atlantic Ocean. Known as the Floating Garden, or the Island of Eternal Spring, Madeira is a paradise for nature lovers, adventure seekers, and anyone who appreciates breathtaking scenery. Picture this: lush green valleys covered in exotic flowers, volcanic peaks in the clouds, and dramatic cliffs plunging into the blue ocean. Whether you prefer to explore on foot, by car, or even by cable car, Madeira offers a feast for the senses. One of the best ways to experience Madeira's natural beauty is by hiking along its levadas, ancient irrigation channels that crisscross the island. These scenic trails wind through lush forests, alongside cascading waterfalls, and offer breathtaking views everywhere you look. For a truly unforgettable experience, take a scenic drive along the island's northern coastline. The road clings to the cliffs, offering dramatic views of the ocean crashing against the rocks below, and be sure to stop at Cabo Girao, one of the highest sea cliffs in the world, for a truly awe-inspiring panorama. No trip to Madeira is complete without a visit to the Monte Palace Tropical Garden. This botanical paradise is home to an amazing array of exotic plants and flowers from all over the world, as well as stunning views over Funchal, Madeira's charming capital city. Madeira, my dears, is a place of extraordinary beauty and peacefulness. And there you have it, darlings, a whirlwind tour of Portugal's most captivating destinations. From the cobbled streets of Lisbon to the sunny beaches of the Algarve, from the fairy tale palaces of Sintra to the lush landscapes of Madeira, Portugal has something to offer every traveller. So what are you waiting for? Pack your bags, grab your passport, and get ready to be swept away by the magic of Portugal. It's a country that will steal your heart and make you want to return. If you're planning your next holiday, be sure to check out the links in the description below.